In this video we take a look at a heifer with a very sore back right foot. Craig deals with a beautiful ulcer, and we take a look back at this incredibly sore cow's foot, all while I bring a smile to everyone's face. This is the Hoof GP.
Well, that definitely isn't good. This is a young heifer and she's really struggling on that back right foot, isn't she? She is really struggling to put any weight on that foot. She's desperate to get away from me though, so she is managing to keep walking.
This is an adolescent cow, a cow which hasn't yet had her first calf, and she's not yet milking, and she's gone lame, and that is a major issue. You need to get cows like this over a lameness episode as quickly as possible.
She's got a foot over the belly band, so we just tease it backwards using the back leg lift. And up she goes. Can't get my face out today, I've got a chipped tooth. Let me see. Oh, what happened? Bit my nail last night and my tooth broke. wait, smile. Thanks for the sympathy. Maybe you can put this in actually, and we'll just show everybody exactly your true nature.
Oh, I'm laughing at that thing behind you.
Yeah, hi.
Wait, smile at the camera. Oh, you really can smile, haven't you? You know something.
Do it again, do what you just did. I see it. Okay, I wasn't going to show my face on camera because my tooth is broken. There you go.
You can't tell.
Yeah, I know, you can.
By the way, we've just restocked those hoodies. Every single size is available, which I'm smiling about because we are terrible at restocking things, so they might not be there for that long. If you haven't got a one herd, one family hoodie, then you can go and get it right now. Unfortunately though, I'm just about to buy another XL one because the one I'm wearing in this video got completely destroyed by code browns. Anyway, back to the video, but if you do want one of those, pause the video right now, go get it before everybody else buys your size.
I'm assuming it's her heel that is sore. Yep. It's dermatitis. It just shows you how lame that can make a cow. Look how high her heels are. That's because she's avoiding walking on this part of her foot and putting all of her weight through here, the toe area. Right, we're gonna make sure that these heels are all completely sound and get them back to the angle that they should be.
Usually we wouldn't trim a cow's feet at this stage in her life. There isn't usually much overgrowth at all. But because she has this problem, and there is a very slight amount of overgrowth because she's not been using this foot as she usually would, we might as well return it to the correct angles and the correct height.
Right. I don't think she has any other problems other than that dermatitis. I say that like dermatitis isn't a big problem. Dermatitis is a really easy problem to fix and cure, but as you've just seen from her walking, it is incredibly painful. And I'm hoping that it hasn't caused any more damage underneath here. It's looking pretty good though. I'm just going to get this as wide as we can, then we're going to take all these little fissures away from her heels. Then just move on to this inside claw. Again, we want a really nice, smooth model. Really helps to dissipate that muck from in between the claws. Winces as soon as that touches her skin. I don't have a hose right now, otherwise I would be using it, trust me. There's more raggedy hoof horn around here that I really need to get rid of. We want as few possibilities as possible for dirt to get stuck in there. And getting rid of these little pieces of fragmented hoof horn eliminates the places that it can get stuck and be a harbour for bacteria treponema spirochetes. That is what causes dermatitis. But we're getting there, we're getting there. Just going to open up this interdigital space a little bit more by putting this nozzle in. And then we're going to trim away this axial wall a little bit just to let the manure dissipate from the area completely. Can't quite get up in there. Right, wash. You got some blue roll, please, Craig. And we're going to wrap it as well. Just look at how sore that is. No wonder she was limping. You know when you've had like a blister and you stop looking at her teeth?
I'm no.
Not you! Them, but you clearly are as well.
No, I wasn't, sorry. If you hadn't said dogs, I wouldn't have noticed.
You would have.
I would have.
Anyway, we need to dry this off. And what we're going to do... Sorry, yeah, if you had a blister, a sort of blood blister, and you burst it and removed that outer skin that protects that blister, imagine walking on that. Well, that is how sore this must be for this cow. But she weighs about 400 kilograms or 800 pounds. 880 pounds, actually. Just look how sore that is. Red and raw and inflamed and being attacked constantly. It's so important to get this spray right up into that interdigital space up in between, as well as cover the lesion itself. And then we basically let all these bubbles dissipate. That's just a propellant. In other words, the gas that's inside this aerosol is bubbling away, leaving the product behind. So as you can see, it'll start to thicken up as these bubbles lessen and reduce, and that gas escapes or vaporizes. Obviously, we want to give this cow every chance possible, and the only true way to do that is to kill off all of the external layers of the dermis, the skin that is currently occupied by the treponema causing digital dermatitis. And that salicylic acid will do exactly that. It'll kill off all of the outside layers of skin. Stop looking at my tooth.
You can't, I'm trying.
No, you! I'm not!
I thought you
I'm talking to them.
No, you can't. Wait, do a big smile. Do a big smile.
Okay.
I can still see it. There we go.
The salicylic acid will kill all of the external layers of the dermis, and with it, all of the dermatitis that is causing the pain. That at least is the idea. And once this back right foot is done with, Craig can move on to trimming the front left foot. We work in unison as a pair, and we always do. We don't even need to converse. So I start trimming the back left foot, which doesn't really need all that much work at all, as Craig moves on to the front right foot, which again, really doesn't need much work at all, before I finish up on this foot. Still want to get it as deep as possible. Lovely. Remove that actually. And now we can let her down out of the crush and see how she's walking after this quick treatment. Clearly we haven't really made any difference at all right now. She still has an active lesion, but over the coming days it will dehydrate and dry out and start to give her some pain relief. Problems like this are really easily fixed, but they are incredibly painful while they're still active. Right, farm number 2.
Give everybody a big smile.
Farm number 2, just like that. Craig, but don't worry, it's okay. I'm just filling in, don't worry, it's fine. Thought I was going to say something bad about him. Oh, he's got a sore foot here actually.
I have.
I wasn't expecting that, Craig, to be totally honest. Was she quite lame, or did you not notice?
I just noticed it when I lifted it.
Look at that, she's got a perfect sole ulcer. So this isn't the reason I picked up this camera actually. But it is quite interesting. It's really weird, I shouldn't say it, but I think an ulcer like that's a beautiful thing. Look at it. It's like perfectly formed, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't even have to touch anything round about there. It's not jagging into the ulcer or aggravating the ulcer, is that right?
Yeah, it's coming away beautifully. So we are at a farm that Craig did a trim on about 4 weeks ago now. In fact, 4 weeks ago to the day.
Yep.
And we are revisiting that cow. Cow number 66. So yeah, if we come back here and leave him to that for a second, we will see the end result, don't worry. This is cow 66, as her ear tag would dictate. And Craig saw her 4 weeks ago, and this was the state of her back left foot. As you can see, it was easily one of the most graphic trims that we've shown on the channel in a long time. She was incredibly lame, and Craig had to remove a colossal amount of damaged hoof horn, and what was underneath was absolutely awful. He applied a block and did everything he could to remove as much of the hoof horn as he possibly could. And at the very end of that trim, this is how it looked just before he wrapped it up. When he let her go, she was putting a bit of weight through that foot, which is a massive achievement. But clearly she was still in a lot of pain. So 4 weeks into the future, today, right now, we are back. And so is she. And we're just about to get her into the crush to see how she's looking now. Hoping she's looking pretty good. I have high hopes for Craigie Boy because he did do a fantastic job. How's she looking?
Yes, pretty good.
Look how good that is looking. Wow. Isn't it amazing how your day can just go from being fantastic and then all of a sudden just some kind of aura approaches and your day just feels a lot worse than it did 5 minutes ago. It's like a cloud has just descended over us and everything just feels terrible. I don't know why that is. Morning! Hiya!
Showing his tooth.
What was that?
Saying he saw your tooth.
Why would you say that to him?
Smile.
Here's it.
What?
Another week in touch.
Uncalled for. Lovely. Right. You want to push her in today, Craig?
Nope. I was going to say the last time this cow was in and I was looking at her, if you remember back, I actually had to carry her practically into the crush. She's walked in there naturally. It's a good sign.
He has done something incorrectly though. My glue is fantastic. Where's your block, Craig?
Obviously the cow, being a big animal, has managed to knock the block off.
Yeah, it's really difficult to keep blocks on sometimes. So the inevitable is going to happen from time to time. The blocks will come off. You can actually see why it's come off. Can you see why it's come off? So her foot is shedding away. Look.
Yeah,
look. Watch.
shedding the claw, yeah.
See, it's all kind of pithy. That looks good, doesn't it, Craig? Let's have a quick look back at exactly what it was looking like at the very end of that trim. It was wide open and really raw. There was lots of the red stuff. That is for absolute certain. And our hoof horn was very soft. Looking at today though, it is looking pretty good. Right, we're just going to get it cleaned up a little bit just so we can see exactly what it's looking like. We've got some blue ropes, Craig. Clearly these cows are on straw, so they are really dirty. If we put this side by side by the version of this same hoof 4 weeks ago, the difference is absolutely incredible. You can see it's all started to grow back in and redevelop into a healthy looking foot. All of this has granulated. Looks really good. You should be proud of that, Craig, that's for sure.
I am.
If we look at it again though, it's still soft and she could easily revert back. We need to investigate the tip of her toe a little bit more. And we are probably going to put a block on there again just to let this thicken up. But we're going to reduce all of this little area here because there's slight cracking of the hoof horn there. And we're going to, like I said, investigate that. But this is looking tremendous. So I just skim away the very top layers of this solar hoof horn. I need to get rid of any of the shedding hoof horn so that this new block will stick as firmly as possible and last for the duration that we need it to in order to allow that outer claw to thicken up. And while the grinder's in my hand, I just slightly reduce her heel height here as well to get rid of this detached hoof horn before grabbing a knife and going at it with that. I've actually got a list, haven't I? just as gently as possible. I don't want to undo any of Craig's hard work here, so I'm just getting rid of this cracked hoof horn to get it back to as sort of well conformed hoof as possible. So hoof with no cracks in, so those cracks can just keep cracking and let it revert back to where it was. Here's obviously where the problem was. Do you remember it, Craig?
Yeah.
Was it at the toe? I'm trying to remember, yeah.
It seemed to work its way down, yeah.
Just need to make sure that it is actually healed down here. So in the space of the last 4 weeks, this hoof will have developed around 6 or 7 millimetres of new hoof horn, which is why it's been able to grow in properly. She's also been kept on straw, which will have helped massively. Mark, my brother-in-law that works at this farm, is good at looking after these cows. This cow, by the way, did not go lame on this farm. It went lame on a different farm and then was brought here for Mark to nurse her back to full health, which seems to be going well. Get rid of this is the bit that I was worried about earlier. It's not a major concern, I just do not want that cracking hoof horn to stay there. If we didn't retrim her today and put a block on, there's no doubt in my head that she would go lame on this again. Right, this isn't quite healed over, I don't think. Close though, very, very close. Right, this hoof horn here is really hard, so I'm wondering if I should use the grinder or not. I don't want that little crevasse to get any deeper, so I'm just gonna get rid of the void that's in there by taking away this wall horn so that the dirt and manure can just get away from the side area and not keep being pushed up. If you imagine there's a crack there and this dirt gets pushed into that crack and then it gets forced up even further with every step of the cow, so the crack continues to crack even further because of the pressure of the cow above it pushing dirt into that void. So by doing this, muck can get out the side and not cause that specific issue. It is going to pare away lovely as well. Just do exactly the same on this part as well. Our foot shudders when I swipe up the way, which I don't really like, but it's the best orientation to achieve what we're looking for here. Until, of course, now I want to go down the way. And again, just want rid of this little crack. But wow, am I scared to take it too far and make it look worse again. Struggling to get this little tiny bit away. Lovely. Right. Now just give it a quick clean off and have a better look at her toe area there. Just incredible the difference, isn't it? In 4 weeks. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So it is just slightly open at this toe area here, which we will just treat topically with a spray. Look at this foot. You would almost struggle to believe that it's actually the same foot from 4 weeks ago. I know I keep saying that, but it is truly incredible the difference a cow can have in her foot from 1 month to the next if trimmed properly. Wow. Right, I'm just going to reduce the end of her toe here a little bit because it's sticking out a little bit further than I would like, and then we'll dress it.
When we were younger, we were never running out of time. As long as we had each other, everything was black and white. Driving in a car, never knowing how far we come. When we were young.
It is incredible, isn't it? I just looked at this video, sometimes I'll watch the videos back just to see exactly what it was like. And I just did that before this cow came in. And that's unreal.
No, you can't ask for much better than that. I'm
Brilliant.
very happy.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Right.
It truly doesn't get much more gratifying than that, and that's why I love this job. Seeing the fruits of your labour, seeing the difference you make to these cows' lives, and seeing the huge transformation that cows like this can undergo in such a short period of time. Craig has done an incredible job of this cow's foot, and she is all the happier for it.
Last time, if I remember right in the video, she struggled to walk away. This time I was trying to slow her down from getting away. That is a result.
Go do a big smile for the camera and go, how happy are you? Smile.